The Justice League is in transition with 2 rookie Green Lanterns joining the team and a familiar but suspicious Superman back in action. Writer Bryan Hitch is here to guide us through Justice League Rebirth.
Thanks for joining us today, Bryan, at DC All Access.
Oh, my pleasure.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on in Justice League Rebirth #1?
The Rebirth issue for me is something of a mission statement. I mean, we've all had Justice League comics, and I did JLA as well. And it was important to kind of reset the ground rules, if you like, and say this is who the team is, this is how they work, this is the kind of stuff they're going to have to deal with. But I also wanted to use it as a way of starting a few slightly different relationships with the team. And this Rebirth is just a hint of that.
Nice. Speaking of the big bad, can you tell us a little bit about some of the bad guys that the Justice League is going to face?
Well, they're all going to be new. You know, because we've got the core characters, we've got the 2 Green Lanterns, we've got Superman, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg. I'm going to do what I'd intended to do had I stayed on a longer JLA run, which is just all new villains. You may see classic villains, but they won't be the villains of the piece, because with them you kind of know what to expect. You've seen it before. And though they say some of those may play into the larger story themes and the story ideas, I think springing new stuff on people is a lot more fun. That's when I read comics, it was all new.
You're also dealing with the pre-New 52 Superman.
Yeah.
So how does that change the dynamic of the team? What's his role?
Well, initially he's not fully part of the team. You know, Lois is the one that's kind of saying, you know, you have to go and deal with these guys, talk to these, help these guys. And he's, you know, they were his friends. They're not my friends. You know, and to a degree that means there's different relationships with the core characters, at least initially. I mean, Batman trusted his Superman, but he doesn't know this guy. Batman is always looking for a reason. So the fact that there was a Superman there all along behind the scenes, he says that's intent, that's purpose. He doesn't know whose it is, but he knows there's something behind that, and that means that until he knows what that is, he's not going to trust him.
So you're an artist yourself, so what was it like handing over the art duties in the regular series to Tony Daniel and Fernando Pasarin?
Well, actually, it was great, because I don't have to draw it all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was never intending to draw the Rebirth issue, but it was a question of trying to find somebody who could do it. I mean, I didn't really have time either, but DC kind of moved the JLA schedule to allow me to do it. But the ideal for me is that I can write all this ridiculous, crazy stuff, ask for the impossible essentially, and know that I don't actually have to draw it.
All right, can you pitch us one of the league-level threats that the Justice League are going to face off? One of the big bad guys, and you could be as vague or specific to tease us.
Okay. The second arc is named after the apparent villains of that particular arc. It's called Timeless, and the Timeless themselves are a universe-wide religious movement who see that superpowers and superbad individuals are destroying the fabric of reality by having an unduly powerful effect on the way the world should be working. And the thing about the Timeless is they have a hive mind that exists throughout time, so their past selves can communicate with their future selves and vice versa. That's why they're called the Timeless. But their entire mission is to see that superpowered people don't ever exist.
Interesting. And that's going to be a problem with the Justice League, of course.
I would think so.
Yeah, just a little bit, you know.
That's what you can expect to see in the Justice League Rebirth special. Make sure you take advantage of the Rebirth playlist on Spotify while you read it. New playlists appear on Wednesdays, so go on over there and listen to them with your earbuds. I'll see you tomorrow, super friends.